Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 2021 Spring Virtual Graduation and Award Ceremony for the Department of Biological and Agricultural Engineering here at NC State University. My name is Gary Fox, and I have the pleasure of serving as the department head of this fantastic department. And while we aren't in person doing a normal Weaver and normal BAE graduation, we're going to do a fantastic job today of celebrating graduates of both of our degree programs, both our undergraduate and graduate students in our biological engineering and biological engineering technology degrees. I want to start off before we get into the formal program and just congratulate all of the graduates on this monumental accomplishment. You're graduating today from one of the top ranked biological and ag engineering programs in the entire country, one of the best College of Ag and Life Sciences colleges, and one of the top ranked and most competitive College of Engineering programs in the entire country. And so congratulations on this amazing, amazing accomplishment. I also always start graduation with a warning to the graduates, and that warning is that life is going to go by fast. Okay, just think about the time that it took you to go from a freshman to a senior, or when you started your graduate degree, your master's, your PhD, or your MBA, and how fast that went by. Take the opportunity in your life to pause during major events like this in your life. Take a deep breath. Think about the accomplishments that we celebrate today with you. Also, I want to say congratulations to the parents, to the family members, the spouses, significant others, all the friends and family of our graduates. This would not have been possible without your support. So graduates, please take the time, hopefully not virtual, right? But please take the time to thank them and to convey a message of thanks to them. So again, today we're going to do a program that's going to be aimed at not only recognizing our graduates, but also celebrating the accomplishments of our entire department, our faculty, our staff, our professionals, and our students. And so we're looking forward to this grand celebration of the Department of Biological and Ag Engineering. I'm going to turn it over now to Dr. Andy Hill, Professor and Director of Undergraduate Programs in our department, to recognize our undergraduates that are graduating today, and then also to recognize a lot of our undergraduate award winners, both those graduating and many of our underclassmen as well. Dr. Hill.
Thank you very much, Dr. Fox. I have the honor of being the Director of Undergraduate Programs for Biological and Agricultural Engineering, and that puts me in the unique position of working with your student from the day they show up at NC State to the day they leave and go out into the real world. And nothing gives me greater pleasure or is a happier day for me in this job than today, graduation, when we celebrate their accomplishments. We award 2 degrees here in this department. The first is the BS in Biological and Agricultural Engineering Technology, and the second, the BS in Biological Engineering. What are those, you might say? The engineering technology degree, the way I think of it, that's that technically minded STEM graduate who works in between the developer of a technology and the end user of a technology that really makes things flow and function and solves problems adaptively quickly. And then our engineering graduates are the designers and the developments of that technology. Today, we have 2 students graduating in biological and agricultural engineering technology. Can we have the next slide? The first is Taylor Cross. Next. And Beata Eaton. We also have graduates in the biological engineering program. You'll see the number is larger in the spring, but that's because their degree program is structured so that it's much easier for them to graduate at the end of spring semesters. There are 24 graduates today. The first is Mr. Brett Barefoot. Next, we have Mr. Sam Boone, followed by Emily Clark and Katie Cross, Sarah Ferreter, Garrett Foro, Alex Fuller, Sean Gagne, Carly Graves, Devin Hoyle, Joseph Isaac, Jennifer Cook, Ben Lee, Erica Lissaway, Will McKettrick, Riri Muhammad, Win O, James Rush, Chase Sams, Kira Sigler, Matthew Thomas, Will Wheeler, Claudia White, and Mr. Seth Whitley. I'd also like to take a minute, next slide, to talk about the achievements of our students as a whole. You'll see as we go through these achievements, we have quite a talented group. Many of them are on scholarship, and all of them are doing amazing things. Our scholarship recipients include Andrea Aguilar Salazar. She is the recipient of the Pac Promise Scholarship. Michael Ankner. He is the recipient of the Park Scholarship. Victoria Agostidis. She is one of our REAP Scholars Program members, a BAE undergraduate ambassador, a 2021 TEDx speaker, a 2020 ISPE hackathon winning team leader. Quite a number of accomplishments. Elizabeth Byer, who is a Park Scholar, a member of our REAP Scholars Program, and a College of Engineering ambassador. Brant Black, who has earned the E.J. Tyson Scholarship. Autumn Boyce, who is receiving the Park Scholarship. Aaron Kartner, the recipient of the James H. Croom III 1954 Scholarship. Zoe Chavis, recipient of the Evander Ayers Davis Memorial Scholarship and the BE and BE Ivy Junior Memorial Scholarship. Sissy Clay, recipient of the Jane P. and Charles W. Suggs Scholarship. Taylor Cross, a recipient of the NC section of ASABE Scholarship and a BAE undergraduate ambassador. Danielle Dantzler, recipient of the Dorothy S. and Eustace O. Beasley Ag Engineering Scholarship. She is a Ben Franklin Scholar and also a recipient of the James Ernest Stroop Scholarship. Cameron Dara, recipient of the Ronald E. Sneed North Carolina Irrigation Society Scholarship. Lindsay Dodson, a recipient of the Evander Ayers Daniels Memorial Scholarship. Gabe Duncan, who's earned the Carol and Bob Maddox Scholarship, the James A. Ryder Scholarship, and has served as one of our BAE undergraduate ambassadors. Sarah Ferreter, a recipient of the Jane P. and Charles W. Suggs Scholarship. Catherine Gamewell, who is a Goodnight Scholar. Noah Gaskins, hold on to your hats, this one will take a minute. He is a Goodnight Scholar, a recipient of the J.C. and Nancy M. Ferguson Scholarship, recipient of the North Carolina Soybean Producers Annual Scholarship, the Ag Carolina Farm Credit Scholarship, the R.R. and A.B. Bennett Scholarship, and the Fred Bond Tobacco Scholarship. Carly Graves, the recipient of the North Carolina Section ASABE Scholarship, the Robert Fountain Memorial Scholarship, is a BAE undergraduate ambassador, and is ASABE's Yorger Pre-Professional Award winner. Laura Gomez Rodriguez, who is a Goodnight Scholar. Joseph Hanks, who has earned the R.N. Rouse and Company Scholarship. Trent Hooley, who is a Goodnight Scholar. Isabel James Hudson, who is receiving the J. Daniels Scholarship. William Jones, a recipient of the Barbara and George Bloom Scholarship, as well as the Winslow Foundation Scholarship. Wyatt Kendall, recipient of the H.S. Batty Scholarship and the NCSU Employee Dependence Scholarship. Erica Lissaway is a Caldwell Scholar and has served as a winner of the College of Engineering Citizenship and Service Award. More to come on that. John Malik, a recipient of the North Carolina State Extraordinary Opportunity Scholarship. Emery New, the Goodnight Scholar, a State Employees Credit Union Scholarship recipient, a Goodnight Scholars Program Ambassador, a Goodnight Scholars Program Mentor, and also a participant in the Chancellor's Aid Program. Christopher Oates, who has earned the E.J. Tyson Scholarship. Kennedy Odom, recipient of the member of the North Carolina Teaching Fellow Program and the CALS Honors Program. Shelby Orton, the recipient of the E.J. Tyson Scholarship. Darman Patel is a Goodnight Scholar. Justin Raver, recipient of the Dr. Joseph S. Colson Scholarship. Kenley Rajman, recipient of the David M. Presley Scholarship. Danielle Simpson, recipient of the Charles B. Charlie King Jr. Memorial Scholarship. Troy Self is a recipient of the BE and BE Ivy Jr. Memorial Scholarship. Kira Sigler, the North Carolina State Section ASABE Scholarship winner of the James H. Croom III 1954 Scholarship, has served as a COE ambassador for the College of Engineering and is also accepted into the NSF National Research Traineeship Program. Christopher Thomas is a recipient of the Jane P. and Charles W. Suggs Scholarship, as well as the John H. Croom III 1954 Scholarship. Ethan Thompson, recipient of the Charles B. Charlie King Jr. Memorial Scholarship. William Wheeler, recipient of the Jane P. and Charles W. Suggs Scholarship, as well as the Ag Carolina Farm Credit Scholarship. And Claudia White, who has served as a BAE undergraduate ambassador. And finally, Lauren Willoughby, who has received the Ronald E. Sneed North Carolina Irrigation Society Scholarship. Now, in addition to this, there's a number of other achievements, the first of which is induction into Alpha Epsilon, the Mu chapter, which is the Honor Society for Biological and Agricultural Engineers. And there is a list in the program for this. I'd also like to acknowledge that we have a list there of people who have won and been named to the Dean's List in the academic year. If they have an asterisk by their name, that denotes they have received a perfect 4.0. Now on to the Outstanding BAET Senior Award. Every year in the College of Ag and Life Sciences, there are a number of awards that are given. This year, because of the pandemic, that has been condensed into one, which is the Outstanding Senior Award. We are very pleased to announce that for this department, our award winner this year is Miss Taylor Cross. For the engineering students, there are a number of awards that are sponsored by the College of Engineering. The first is in scholarly achievement. The winner for the BAE department this year is Kimmy Gibbia. And I can't tell you her GPA, but you might look and see where she is on that dean's list. And he's also won for the humanities. This year's BAE award winner for the humanities is Kira Sigler. One for citizenship and service. This year's award winner is Erica Lissaway. Erica went on to win the award for the College of Engineering, which places her in very, very elite company as one of the top 4 students within this year's graduating class in engineering. I would love to read you her personal statement, but quite honestly, she has so many accomplishments, we don't have the time. And the BAE Leadership Award. This one was not a challenge at all. Miss Carly Graves. Carly has been very active and done everything that has been asked of her, and we appreciate all of her efforts. Now for the one you graduating engineering seniors have been waiting for. And that is the winner of the Outstanding Senior Design Award. This year, I joined an elite group in the history of biological and ag engineering as one of the instructors of senior design. And what senior design is a year-long course sequence where the students do a lot of different things, but they're going through the process like a consulting engineer would do, where at the end of the first semester, they're presenting project proposals and plans, trying to get the job. In the second semester, they actually do the designs themselves. And I do this with Mike Boyette, who is on phased retirement, and it wouldn't be possible without his contributions. Every year, we let the class itself vote on which team produced the outstanding senior design project. And none of them know who the winner is until right now. It is my honor to announce, and the vote was not even close. This year's winner is Team 6, the adjustable height mast for sensor mounting. The members are Riri Muhammad, James Rush, Claudia White, and Seth Whitley. Their faculty project sponsor was Dr. Gary Robertson.
Thank you, Dr. Hale. Wow, an amazing list of accomplishments of our graduates. That is tremendous. I commonly tell other department heads and the dean and the associate deans that I'll put our undergrad students up against any other department's undergrad students. And I think you see a reflection of that in the amazing number of awards. And what's extremely exciting to me is that the awards for this group are not going to stop at this point. We still have some things to go, like our annual international meeting, where it appears that we're going to have 5 of our 7 senior design teams entering senior design competitions. We'll have a Fountain Wars team again this year. We've got our quarter scale tractor team that'll be competing here in the next couple of weeks. So Dr. Hale, that list it's just going to keep growing. So we might have to come back and edit your slides there, because we're going to win a lot more moving forward. This group has been outstanding. Let me turn it over now to Dr. Klassen. Dr. John Klassen is our Director of Graduate Programs, and he will tell us about some of the other graduates that Enrique mentioned that are finishing their degrees now, and then also a lot of the awards and recognitions that our graduate students have received this past year.
Thank you, Dr. Fox, and thank you for those words, Enrique. You're moving across campus, but you are welcome back here anytime. The graduate program at BAE at NC State has 3 degrees. The Master of Biological and Agricultural Engineering, the MBAE degree, is a coursework-only degree that provides engineers additional depth and breadth in their technical knowledge. The degree can be earned on campus or by distance education. Most of our students actually do this because they're working professionals. The Master of Science degree is the degree that Enrique has just completed. Master of Science students not only extend their technical knowledge through coursework, but they learn valuable research skills through their thesis project. Those research skills are basically problem-solving skills, but in research, we create solutions that do not currently exist. The PhD degree, the Doctor of Philosophy degree, represents the highest academic achievement awarded by universities. Doctoral graduates have completed extensive independent research that contributes new knowledge to society. It drives discovery and development and basically changes the world. The degree qualifies graduates to lead their own research programs in universities, in industry, in government, and prepares them for leadership positions throughout the economy. And now we have our graduates listed first. For the Master of Biological and Agricultural Engineering, we congratulate Corey Larson, Caleb Mitchell. In the MS degree, MS in Biological and Agricultural Engineering, congratulate Amber Ellis, Enrique Peña Martinez, Dwayne Thomas, Charles Collins. I'm sorry, this is the PhD degree, is awarded to Dr. Charles Collins. Our graduate achievements and fellowships. We do not have the extensive list that Dr. Hale has, but we are very proud of these students. Tom DeBell, outstanding student presentation, first place by the American Geophysical Union, Environmental Vados Zone Section. Leila El Khoury, National Science Foundation Honorable Mention for 2021. Tasmin Hossein, the William U. and Glenda Noble Johnson Graduate Engineering Fellowship. Nitesh Kasera has also been awarded the William U. and Glenda Noble Johnson Graduate Engineering Fellowship. He's also a BAE Outstanding Doctoral Scholar of the Year. Molly Landon. She was awarded the F.J. Hassler Fellowship and the Henry D. Bowen Fellowship. Riley Lawson was awarded the Provost Doctoral Fellowship and a University Graduate Fellowship. Zach Little is a National Science Foundation Graduate Research Fellow. Hossam Mursi completed the Leadership Development Program Certificate. Dana Mugisa, Ag Biofuse Fellowship recipient and a University Graduate Fellowship recipient. Deplina Paul, third place in Virtual Student Poster Symposium for the American Ecological Engineering Society. Her topic, the fate and transport of novel coronavirus in the urban water cycle, a review. Enrique Peña Martinez. He's the recipient of the FAR Fellowship and third place in the MS oral competition in agronomy, physiology, and soil section of the Beltwide Cotton Conference. Joanna Quia. She's a National Science Foundation Graduate Research Fellow. Vanessa Rondon Berrio received the Robert O. Evans Graduate Endowment for Excellence in Biological and Agricultural Engineering. Abhinav Sharma, the FAIR Cyber Training Fellowship for Climate and Water recipient. Mahmoud Shahata, receive the William U. and Glenda Noble Johnson Graduate Engineering Fellowship. Alexa Swanson, the North Carolina Water Resources Research Institute Graduate Research Fellowship for 2021 and 2022, and the FACT Fellowship for 2021 and 2022. Natalie Von Tress is the National Science Foundation Graduate Research Fellow. Now, Heather will recognize our student organizations.
So hi, I'm Heather Austin, and it has been my great honor to serve as support for students in both our undergraduate and graduate programs. Right now, I want to say congratulations to all of our graduates and award winners. And we want to give a special recognition to our student clubs and club officers. You have all found creative ways to keep everyone engaged these last 3 semesters, and it's really been inspiring to watch to see how you all have adapted and persevered through this difficult time. Please accept the department's heartfelt thank you for your service. So we'll start with the Graduate Student Association. The president, Alexa Swanson, vice president, Enrique Pena, treasurer, Rebecca Hatley, secretary was Andrew Hillman. The social coordinator co-chairs were Jackie Wells and Tom DeBell. Professional development co-chairs were Allison Deviney and Brock Camrath, and the historian was Ryan Phillips. Next is Alpha Epsilon Mu chapter. The president was Kira Sigler. The vice president was Victoria Agustidis. Treasurer was Kimmy Gebbia, and the secretary was Elizabeth Beyer. For the student branch of ASABE, the president was Carly Graves. Vice president was Ben Lee. Treasurer was Emery New, Secretary Taylor Cross. The AgriLife representatives were Emma Blythe and Isaac Kirkman. The E-Council representatives were Sarah Allen and Kinley Rajman, and the outreach chair was Victoria Agustidis. The pack pullers, the captain Will Wheeler, co-captain Mitchell Watkins, treasurer was Noah Gaskins, and the secretary was Taylor Cross. And the last slide in this recognition, the Fountain Wars competition team. This year is Emery New, Joseph Isaac, Joseph Hanks, Kevin Essig, Sissy Clay, and Mahmoud Shehada.
Thank you, Heather. Fantastic. Yeah, absolutely. We really appreciate the leadership and service that these individuals provide back to the department in a number of ways. I get the pleasure of actually announcing several departmental awards that the department started now. This is, I think, our 3rd year of awarding specific departmental awards to our faculty, our staff, a graduate student award for an outstanding teaching assistant, and then I also get the honor of actually announcing the ASAB Professor of the Year award. Normally we would do this where the student branch would announce it, and maybe Ben can help me do the announcing since he's a panelist here. But let's start with the departmental awards. So one of the first awards that we give out is an Outstanding Researcher Award. And this year, and we actually give a very nice trophy that goes along with this. And this year's Outstanding Researcher Award is going to be given to Dr. Natalie Nelson. Dr. Nelson is an assistant professor in the department, but has done a fantastic job in creating an innovative research program, and just recently was announced as one of the newest National Science Foundation Career Award winners. And this is a major award that is given to really the very brightest and best rising faculty members across the country. And so for our department to receive one of these, and for Dr. Nelson to receive one of these, it's a tremendous honor. Congratulations, Dr. Nelson, on this and many other accomplishments so far in your early career at NC State. The next award we have is the Outstanding Teacher Award. This is a hard one because we have a lot of outstanding teachers in the department. So every year there is a long list of individuals that we're considering. We look at the class evaluations, we look at peer reviews of teaching, we look at just contributions that they're making across the department. And this year's winner is Dr. Grant Ellington. Dr. Ellington is really one of the outstanding instructors in our department. Also does a fantastic job in advising our quarter scale tractor team. And I know they're going to do a great job here in a couple of weeks as they go into their virtual competition this year with their quarter scale tractor. Our next award is the Outstanding Extension Specialist Award, and this is another award that's very difficult to select. We have really great extension specialists that take the research that's derived on campus and extend that to stakeholders across the state of North Carolina. This year's recipient is Dr. Sanjay Shah. Dr. Shah has done a fantastic job this year in producing a number of different extension publications, extension products, and has a number of new extension grants and funding that he's brought in specifically for his extension program. So congratulations, Dr. Shah. Our next award is the Outstanding Young Faculty Member Award. This is, again, an award that gets difficult every year to select. We've hired a number of new faculty members that are really revolutionizing our program, and every year it becomes extremely difficult just to select one. But this year, the award is going to go to Dr. Sierra Young. Dr. Young, again, has been at NC State now for about two and a half years, recently selected for a $1 million USDA NSF National Robotics Initiative grant. And if it wasn't for COVID, she would be gearing up for a summer camp program on robotics that I want to take as well. So congratulations, Dr. Young, on a well-deserved honor as our Outstanding Young Faculty Member this year. The next award that we give is an Outstanding Staff Member, and during COVID and during the pandemic, really all of our staff members probably should have been put up here for this award. They did a tremendous job. I can't even imagine and tell you how much additional responsibilities each one of them took on in a lot of different ways to make sure that we were still moving forward as a program and as a department. But there were really two individuals we're going to name co-award winners this year. And those co-award winners this year are Lacey Parrish and Neil Bain. Lacey actually also won a CALS Excellence Award for Safety. She really single-handedly helped put together Google calendars for our labs and shared office spaces. And Neil has probably installed more plexiglass in Weaver labs than he probably wants to ever remember. And we commonly tell our faculty members, if you're going to do a research project moving forward, build it out of plexiglass, because hopefully, I think we're going to have a lot of it available as we move out of the pandemic. Our next award is the Outstanding Teaching Assistant Award. Every year, our graduate students, as part of the service to the department and as part of their professional development, serve as a teaching assistant for a course in the department. And we take nominations from the faculty members, and they give us a little bit of a write-up as to why individuals deserve to be recognized as a teaching assistant. And this year, we're going to recognize, and the recipient is Caleb Mitchell. Caleb was a teaching assistant for Dr. Hunt. And has done a number of different, I think he went on the Roman Engineering Study Abroad program, has done a lot of different things within the department in terms of service with regard to teaching, and just really did a fantastic job this year as a teaching assistant with Dr. Hunt. Congratulations, Caleb. Our next award is the ASAB Outstanding Professor of the Year Award. Ben, do you want to announce this one?
Sure, I'd be happy to. On behalf of the ASABE NC State Student Section, it is my honor to present the ASAB Outstanding Professor of the Year Award to Dr. Lucy Mateau.
Fantastic, fantastic. Okay. Finally, as we wrap up today, I just want to reiterate what has been mentioned already several times. Remember that you're always welcome back in Weaver Labs. You're always a member of the BAE family. And if there's any way that we can help you moving forward in the future, please never hesitate to reach out. Go Pack. And I did the hand signal correct, by the way, as well. Congratulations, graduates. We hope maybe to see many of you in a certain thing that's happening this afternoon. We look forward again to seeing you either there or somewhere down the road. Please keep in touch. Please, again, remember you're part of the BAE family forever. And again, go Pack.